Hi, beautiful shining stars, and I'm a day late. Not what I wanted to do, but you could hear it in my voice that I'm so congested and super sick. But nothing will stop us because even though that I'm a day late in filming for you all, I have still been like working on myself and staying in, affirmations and intentions and because I'm gonna tell you that I felt so crappy yesterday. I could not get out of bed. But today is the energy of day 5 for this video. And as I was creating this and I wasn't still that bad, I was asking the universe, I was asking God questions, right? And I said, sometimes there's things in our life that we simply want answers to. Like, a lot of the times I would ask, how do I manifest? How do I share this with my viewers? How do I get them to really effortlessly co-create the lifestyles that they dream while I'm doing it myself? I have to, sometimes you feel like an imposter if you're teaching something and you're not where you want to be. But as through my many years, I've learned that we're always shifting. We're always co-creating. We're always changing. This life is a very short life. We're here today. We're gone tomorrow. And I feel like once we realize that we're just here to enjoy this ride and to live every moment and to, of course, co-create the things that we love and desire, but also to live in a very joyful, blissful life. And I feel like in my past 2.5 years, I kind of fell off of that because I was so like having to be a caretaker, having to, continuously trying to take care of my family. And it's just like things that we all do. Like these are things that you do, responsibilities for all of us, right? So when we go subconsciously and this is manifesting can sometimes feel tedious. Is it a lie? No, it's very true. If manifesting were easy, we will all be master manifestors. And it's so true. I think it's so funny when I read law of attraction books and they tell you that it's so simple. And it is. The basics of manifesting is very, very simple. But one thing is for something to be simple and another thing is for something to be easy. Let me express that. So something being simple like manifesting is literally you becoming the person that you want to be. It's simple. But it's not easy because you're having to be a person that you're not. So you're going to get the imposter syndrome. You're going to feel guilty. There are moments that you're going to feel like a liar. You're going to have people around you make fun of you, tell you that you're crazy, talk you out of doing things. So it is not easy. It's simple, but it is not easy. So I created this manifesting project to show you guys little exercises that you could do every single day to co-create. Of course, I love God. So my focus is with God. I work with God and I teach you this here. But I go in here, there's a part that says God will show up in your life through the most miraculous ways. The cosmos work on God's behalf and the universe is where we live. So when spirit speaks to me, they show me little glimpses. Sometimes I don't understand what spirit is telling me. Excuse me. You hear how bad I am? Sometimes I have to step back and be like, what? What are you talking about? I'm going to give you a perfect example. I didn't want to go to work on Monday, this past Monday. Something inside of me was like, don't go to work. I didn't feel it. I put my shift up. Nobody took it. I was like, should I call out? I don't know. It's just like, everything inside of me was like, don't go to work. But it's a new job. I've only been there for a couple of months. And I was like, I can't already start like calling out. They're going to, oh, she's irresponsible, whatever. Again, the imposter syndrome, somebody your subconscious trying to protect you because whatever. I go to work and one of my coworkers is fucking sick and gets me sick. And here I am. This is my opinion. I do not understand. I will not comprehend if you're sick, why you go to work. I get it that you have to pay your bills, but you're fucking sick. My thing as a business owner, I would not allow my employees to come to work sick. I just won't do it. Because you're thinking about this person, and this is going to sound crazy. This person was working with food that was going out to guests. And we're like on a tight spot. We're in and out of this tight spot where she's at with all her sickness and all her germs. And then my immune system is not 100%. I was just telling you guys this not so long ago. I have not gotten sick in like over a year. And here I am. So when you have that inner synchronized intuitive guidance telling you, hey, don't do this, it's for a reason. And I feel like if I wouldn't have gone to work on Monday, I would not have felt like this. And I feel like that was God's way of protecting me, especially that I'm working on this project. So sometimes the answers that you need come to you before the questions that you ask. Because now I'm like, well, why did I fucking get sick? And I'm looking back and I'm like, God told me, stay home. Now I had to give up my weekend shifts. So there goes that, because I will not go to work sick. Sometimes we have to not only ask the questions, but realize the answers to things that are coming. I had to like stop the whole video. That like I go into like a coughing frenzy. It's so bad. So today's energy is very simple. It's for you to take the time to ask the questions that you want the answers to. But also for you, it's going to be so hard for me to film, but also for you to look back, just like what happened to me with being sick and that intuitive guidance that was telling me don't go to work on Monday, and how I disobeyed that energy. And I went to work, and look at me now, this is hindering my progress. This is blocking my co-creation, right? And then it's having me push through so I could continue this, because then you get, and I'm strong when it comes to things like that, but then you get the, oh my God, what are my viewers going to think? Especially that I haven't been in front of the camera in I really haven't been here for this amount of time in over a year, or maybe even 2 years, right? Yeah, I have some videos here and there, but not like this. I haven't done this in a while. So then I feel like I'm letting you guys down, and I am, because this video should have been up 2 days ago. I should, right now, I should be creating 7, 8, 9, so you guys can be on track, So it's paying attention to the answers that are coming to you before you could even ask the questions. And I love how Spirit shares all of this with me, because maybe this is synchronicity too. Maybe I was supposed to go through this so I could share this with you all. So I want you to take today, and ask simple questions. Like I wrote things like, why is my favorite color pink? Or what else? Think about like simple things that you know the answers to. Of course, I talk about the buttons. I'm not going to repeat the whole thing because we're going to be here for a day. But sometimes even the simple questions feel like, oh, but I used to have there was a saying, Esther Hicks said this many, many years ago. Manifesting a castle is as easily as manifesting a button. And I was like, I hadn't seen buttons in like years. I was like, no, I should change it around, because I'm not going to see a button anywhere. None of my clothes had buttons. I didn't really, it wasn't something that it's not like you would find a button on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt that I wasn't going to manifest a button. So for real, I was never going to manifest a castle, right? And I won't ever forget, I was saying, no. Manifesting a castle is as easily as manifesting a penny, because yes, it's very easy. You're going to see pennies, right? And I'll never forget that I was like innerly fighting this. And I was walking down Lincoln Road in Miami with my husband and my kids. And we were having a good old time. And I walked into this shop that I really didn't care for the shop. It was nothing crazy, but something told me to go inside the shop. And when I go inside the shop, there was a whole display, but I'm not talking about like a little display. No, no, no. This was like a massive display of buttons, button brooches, button necklaces, button bracelets, any which way that they could have used a button, it was being used. It was so crazy that it was very emotional because I was like, it's as easily to manifest a castle as it is a button. And I got a castle of buttons. So the point is, be aware when you ask these questions. And which we'll talk about this. I mean, look at me. I'm already writing day 6 because while I'm creating this is day 6. And I showed you this in the beginning. Get yourself a composition book. I'll show you how I do the pages. So you're going to want to journal. You're going to want to journal because I'm right now journaling about everything that happened to me when I got sick and the questions and the answers and so on. I'll see you on day 6. Namaste.